Since COVID, more and more NRIs have been pouring money into the Indian real estate market like never before. जहां 2021 तक एक प्रोजेक्ट में almost 5% units sold belong to NRI. Today in 2025, that number is growing up to 20%. लेकिन दूसरी तरफ, where thousands of NRIs have made enormous profits, many have lost significant money as well.
Meanwhile, hundreds of angry home buyers in Noida are up in arms against Amrapali Group. They say they will continue their hunger strike till their demands are met.
ये लोगों का आक्रोश है जो जेपी ग्रुप के नोएडा सेक्टर 128 के इस गेट पर टूटा है.
Noida alone has more than 50,000 delayed housing units, and countless people fall into the financial traps due to systematic corruption every year. तो आखिर सच क्या है? Do NRIs only invest in India due to emotional reasons and return to India planning? या फिर despite the risks, there are lesser known financial advantages which only a few investors understand? कौन सी ऐसी smart investment strategies हैं जो Indian real estate investment को safe बनाती हैं? फिर चाहे आप अपना next home लेना चाहते हो या फिर next investment. And lastly, most investors never talk about the biggest real estate traps. But today, I will. Because I have invested in Indian real estate market for 12 years being an NRI, and I have both gained and lost money. And in the end, I will give you 3 unheard insider tips on real estate buying in India, जो आप शायद ही जानते होंगे and will save you lakhs. So watch this video till the end. And before we begin, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Let's dive in. So let's break down why investing in India makes practical as well as financial sense for NRIs.
India's real estate market is experiencing a boom fueled by a growing economy and a rising population. By 2034, the market size is expected to reach $1.3 trillion, contributing nearly 14% to the country's GDP.
एक एग्जाम्पल से समझते हैं. In 2015-16, the average price of a 2-bedroom house in a city like Gurgaon was approximately 70 lakh rupees. In 2024, the same flat costs about 1.5 crore rupees, which is roughly 3 times your money at a CAGR of approximately 11%. Contrast that to USA. In 2014, the median value of house sold in Bergen County, New Jersey was approximately $450,000. In 2024, that is $765,000, giving an average CAGR of 5.5%. So certainly, Indian real estate attracts NRI investors because of higher growth and ROI of their investment. Second reason is rupee depreciation each year. If you earn in dollars, pounds or dirhams, you automatically get more property for less money.
In the 1980s, the dollar was trading in the 10 to 20 range. Some of you may remember this. In the 1990s, it reached 30. $1 was equal to 30 Indian rupees. At the turn of the century, it was 44, and today,
Indian rupee will slide to 86.25 by March 2025 and further to 87 by the year end.
What seems expensive in India is relatively cheaper when paid in foreign currency. And due to depreciation, every year you have to send less and less of your foreign currency to fund your investment. And the third reason for NRIs to buy their property in India is for a fail-safe plan B for the future. अगर आप रिटर्न टू इंडिया करते हैं या रिटायरमेंट के लिए इंडिया आते हैं तो फ्यूचर में आपको घर बनाने की फाइट नहीं करनी पड़ी. एंड ऑल्सो एंटरिंग अर्ली इनटू द मार्केट यू विल गेट अ बेटर प्रॉपर्टी एट अ रिलेटिवली लोअर प्राइस. तो प्रॉब्लम कहां है? यू कैन अफोर्ड, यू नो इट्स अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी, बट व्हाट मेनी एनआरआईज डोंट रियलाइज इज दैट बाइंग अ प्रॉपर्टी इन इंडिया इज अबाउट फॉलोइंग द राइट अप्रोच and avoiding scams. So first, let's look at what are the smart strategies of investing in India. Basically, you have 3 options and each has its pros and cons. And you should be very clear on which option is best for you. Strategy 1, buy and hold. 2, rental yield strategy. And 3, under construction projects. Buy and hold strategy is that you buy a residential or a commercial property or a plot and hold it for 10-15 years. For example, let's say you invest 3 crore rupees to buy a flat in Noida today and hold it for 15 years with an average return of about 8%. Your asset value at the end of 15 years will be approximately 10 crore rupees. And if the growth is 10%, then 12 crore rupees. And the great thing is that you don't have to invest the full 3 crores even. Which brings me to my next strategy, which is rental yield. आइए इसकी मैथ्स समझते हैं. For buying your property of 3 crores, let's say you have a down payment of 20%, which is 60 lakhs. The balance you fund through loan for 20 years, जिसकी EMI would be approximately 2 lakh rupees per month. So since it's a ready to move property, you can expect a minimum rental return of approximately 3%, which comes to about 75,000 rupees per month. And now comes the shocking part. TDS in India for NRIs on rental income is an astronomical 30%. Yes, you heard it right, 30%. However, let's continue. The rental appreciation each year is approximately 8%. So in 20 years, you will pay off the loan and effectively pay, after adjusting the rent, approximately 1.9 crore rupees. And 60 lakhs आपने initially down payment दिया था. So total you have to pay around 2.5 crore rupees. The great part, however, the value of your asset in 20 years with nominal growth will be approximately 18 to 20 crores. With a monthly rental earning of more than 2 lakhs after taxes. And the third strategy where you can expect even higher returns is to invest in a under construction project at a lower price. However, this is precisely the strategy I followed and had to suffer major losses. So now let's look at the 5 traps you should avoid while investing in the Indian real estate market. Number 1, say no to 90% of under construction projects. Although जब से रेरा आया है, Indian real estate builders are better monitored and timely completion of projects have also increased. So, if you must choose an under construction project, look for these critical things. Number 1, is the land fully paid and dispute free with a government authority? Number 2, has the builder delivered projects timely in the past? And number 3, is the builder launching multiple projects at the same time? Because that could be a major red flag. Secondly, never trust the builder, broker or the banker in what they are saying or promising. याद रखिए, all these 3 parties have one common goal and that is आपको property बेचना. तो फिर आप trust किसे करें? I would say do your own due diligence. Ask for these documents from the builder: RERA registration certificate, approved building plans and land title documents, and get all agreement terms in writing. Thirdly, avoid projects जिनका success depend करता है on completion of a government project like a highway or a connecting road. For example, look at Dwarka Expressway. The project got completed or is now getting completed after its initial launch 20 years ago.
In other news today, over 1 lakh home buyers living in Dwarka in the national capital have been left in the lurch. The Dwarka Expressway project started way back in 2009. It was supposed to ease out connectivity.
So use your caution. Next, do not make emotional decisions. I know owning a home is a decision very close to our heart. But the truth is, emotions will push you to take lucrative options and offers rather than practical decisions. Most lucrative deals are almost always corrupt. For example, you may see offers like pay 10% now and 90% on possession. Projects that pushes their inventory based on offers like this rely on the market growth of your money and the future sale of their project. Very risky and should be avoided. And lastly, choose very wisely if you are investing in plots. For NRIs, the safest bet is to invest in a housing society because it's very easy to manage and also safe. However, if you do want to invest in a plot or a commercial property, then make sure that you have a local person to keep an oversight on your asset and also do registry immediately on possession. And now, as promised, the 3 insider tips. First, for NRIs, it's the builder that wants NRI investors, not the other way around. Because NRI investors help builders build credibility with the lenders. Every project have a 15 to 20% NRI target with their sales team. So do not hesitate to negotiate as an NRI because builders, more than money, need your NRI status as investors in their project. Next, best time to buy a property would be either in March because of year closing or in June, September and December because of quarter closing. Builders have their internal targets to complete, so they are more open to negotiate. Instead of an under construction project, go for this option. Almost all projects that are either completed or are near completion will have unsold inventory, which builders are ready to sell at a discount. So आपका risk भी कम है and you enter the project at a discounted price. If you like today's video, please comment your experience and thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.